Hello, everyone. If you can hear me, I want you to welcome yourself to the chat. I can see already people engaging in the chat. Hi, Samuel. Hi, Agbola Michael. Olatobi Olakunle. Hello. Chinaza. How you doing? Michael, how you doing? Something. Hi. Hello, hello. Let's spend the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes knowing more about ourselves and where we have joined from. I'll stop sharing because I want to engage us more for the first 30 minutes. You're welcome. You're welcome. Tell me where you're joining us from this evening in Nigeria. You're welcome. My name is Belumi Olait. I'll be giving you more details about myself shortly. But for now, let me meet you. Where are you joining in from? Okay, I've not. Oh, I think I'm missing some charts. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, a lot of chat. Aisha from Oyo State, Women in Tech. Glory, 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 glory. Yeah, I love seeing you guys. Nice. Glad to be here. Kenny from Lagos. Kenny, it's nice to have you. Badmos, it's nice to have you here. It's nice to see each one of you. It's nice to see you all right here. Nice, nice, nice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm still open to see more people joining. Still open to, yes, I'm reading where you're joining in from. Nice, nice, nice. I see people from Castina. I see people from Castina, Kaduna, Anambra, Bayelsa, Gombe, Abakaliki, Lagos, Taraba. Wow, Kano, Ogun State. Good evening, Olunle. I'm joining from Ibadan, Ibrahim Balogun. Nice to have you guys here. One more minute. Let's keep it coming. I have over 227 people here. It's nice to have you guys all from different parts of Nigeria. Abuja, Ebonyi State, Jessica from Lagos. We have Balumi from Ilorin, Abdul Ghani from Delta. It's nice to have you guys here. William from, oh, thank you. I can see you guys are on fire. 235 people, and you guys are doing good already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's nice to have you right here. It's nice to have you here. Good, 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 good. Lovely. I'm so glad seeing you guys joining us this evening, and looking forward to us having a swell time, engaging, learning, and sharing together, and becoming better in this craft we are open to get into. Once again, you are welcome. Once again, you are welcome, 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 welcome. It's nice to have you guys. It's nice to have you. Yes, let's go. Okay. My network is fluctuating. You cannot hear me clearly? Is that what these guys are saying? AY, can you help me confirm my audio? Can you hear me clearly? Seems people are telling me they can't hear me. I want to be sure you all can hear me clearly. Someone was saying my voice is buffering. It's crashing. Cracking. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's move on. If you cannot hear me clearly, I really encourage you to find a very good network um, where you can listen in, and we'll be going from there. So once again, I want to welcome you to this class. This is our first class in this ST at 40 class, Cloud Engineering. I am your tutor. My name is Belumi Abiodun, and I'll be facilitating this class for the next couple of weeks, and I'm hoping that we'll all have a swell time together. Today, we shall be beginning with AWS, and I'll be introducing you to what is called cloud engineering. So at the end of this course, I'm hoping you all will have not just foundational level, but will have raised people that are ready for the industry as cloud engineers, either from the entry level or to the mid level. In the past that we have held these classes, over 8 cohorts now at school.io, we have seen students leave our class to take up entry level roles and mid level roles. I won't assume also that everybody here has no understanding of cloud infrastructure, automations. I also want to, because I've seen students coming to my class here and they are currently in the IT world, maybe they are security specialists and they want to get into cloud, and they come in right here and they get involved in cloud engineering to upskill in their workplace. I have had particular students move from one department to another after finishing our cohort, and that has been beautiful to know. I'm telling you, you are in for a swell time, and it requires you to put a lot of your hand into works, because this is more practical than theory. Because of the limited time, we will be going through a lot of concepts as fast as possible, but the best way to learn cloud is to practice cloud. So whatever I'm teaching you today, which should be the foundation of everything you'll be learning, it needs you to arise and go practice. That's why every time we come to class, I will always start with a 15 to 20 minute discussion on what you have learned in between our classes. So I encourage you to always come to this class prepared, always come to this class with questions, always come to this class with expectations. That is very important, because that's the best way to learn, which is the way I've taught and disseminated information to many students in this class over the years. In exactly 7 minutes from now, we will be dropping the attendance. I want you to know that attendance is very compulsory. We'll be tracking your progress in class as you come for attendance. So I really want you to sign up on attendance sheet. The attendance sheet will always drop 15 minutes after class starts. Once it's 15 minutes, we start the class, we will be dropping the attendance, and we shall be noting students that don't sign attendance over a period of time. The link will be sent. You click on the link and you mark yourself present. The link for the attendance will close 15 minutes after it is dropped. So again, I'm telling you that attendance will be dropped 6:15 and attendance will be closed at 6:30. If you come after 6:30, you are in the class, but you do not sign the attendance. So ensure you sign attendance immediately the attendance link is dropped. I hope everyone can hear me. I have some students tell me that they can't really hear me, and I have some telling me that they can really hear me. Video is bad. Okay, let's see if we can work on this video, on this audio to be precise. So hold on 1 second, everybody. Let's calm down. I'm trying to work. About 90% of you can hear me. So calm down. Let's calm down. I'm trying to switch and see if I can switch into another device and get us a better audio. So please, let's be patient. And like I said, this is our class where we will be learning about cloud engineering. We will be learning about cloud engineering. My name again is Pelumi. Again, I will take the announcements I have made. I will take them again. Number one, attendance is important. Attendance will drop by 6:15 p.m. Attendance will close by 6:30 p.m. If you don't find attendance within that 15 minutes window, it means you did not show up or you came in late. It means you did not show up or you came in late. Attendance will be marked between 6:15 and 6:30. The link will be dropped in the chat. Please click on the link and take your attendance. Every time we want to take attendance, I always give allowance. In the next 2 minutes, it will be dropped and you will click it. And then you will sign in and then we'll go on from there. We'll talk about your access and every other challenge you might be facing right now. And then we will move forward. Let's get started. What is cloud? And what is cloud engineering? Cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of compute power, database, storage, and applications and other IT resources through a cloud service platform via the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. I will come back in explaining this in detail. I want us all to do this attendance in a very clean mode for the first time. Afterwards, I won't be waiting for you to really take attendance. The attendance link will be dropped any minute now. I am waiting to see your comment. I'm reading comment. I can see some people are saying that the network is better. They can hear clearly. And it's good that we do not spam the chat. If you put a lot of messages in the chat, I won't be able to see it. I won't see the important ones. In 2 minutes, in 1 minute, you will see the attendance link. Okay, I'm trying to hold on for everybody because if you keep dropping the chat, you're not paying attention to what I'm teaching. Okay, I see you. I see those saying they have issues with LMS. Hold on 1 second. And my audio is very good. My audio is very good. You might just be having issues seeing me or hearing me. Okay, everyone. Take your time to fill the attendance. It has been dropped. It has been dropped right now. Fill the attendance. It has been dropped right now. I'm giving you 2 minutes to fill the attendance. That's why I'm silent. I want you to take your time to fill the attendance. The attendance has been dropped in the chat. Look into the chat and please fill the attendance. Yes, start filling the attendance. The link has been dropped. Fill the attendance. The link has been dropped. This is what you need to do. When you click on the attendance, this is what you will see. This is what you will see when you click on the attendance. When you click on the attendance, this is what you will see. You need to put your name, fill your name. Like my name is Olaito Abiodun. My email is, I'll be hiding a lot of words there, at screwtech.com. Because I want to avoid a lot of spam in my emails, use the official organization email if you want to reach me, or via the Telegram. If you have a question, you can put your question here. I want to learn more. And then you click on submit. This is how you fill the attendance. I hope filling the attendance is clearer now. Hello, I hope everyone can hear me clearly. My sound is as clear as I can hear from some people. If it is possible for you, yes, you can leave the question aspect blank. You can leave the question aspect blank. You see, the question aspect is not compulsory, so you can leave it blank. Thank you. Still waiting for more comments. Oluwapelumi, we don't have to spam the chat box. You already have the attendance. It's nice to have all of you here. I'm still trying to ensure everybody is well seated. You all are saying let's say not you all. I have some people telling me they can hear me clearly, and some people say they cannot hear me clearly. To everyone that can hear me clearly, thank you. If you cannot hear me clearly, I think it's majorly from your hand, because I'm sure you can hear me clearly. The recording of this session will be made available, and then we can go ahead. I hope everybody understands that now. Thank you. So what I will do is I will go ahead. If you cannot hear me clearly, just wait for the video to be posted to the LMS, and you'll be able to rewatch it on your own time. I hope that is clear, and I hope that helps. I hope that is clear, and I hope that helps. So let's begin. So with cloud engineering, what is cloud engineering itself? What is cloud engineering? What is cloud concept? For us to really understand cloud engineering, we need to understand the meaning of cloud concept. What is cloud computing? Imagine your phone, the mobile phone you are using right now. You are hearing me from different parts of Nigeria right now because a video communication software is being hosted on a server. The server is mostly private, owned by another company. The ability for us to host softwares on servers, and we have access to such software from anywhere in the world, is summarily what cloud computing is all about. Imagine you watch Netflix. Netflix was formerly hosted on a private server before they moved about 70 to 80% of their workload to AWS. Whether they were on their own private server or when they moved to AWS, the ability for Netflix to deliver videos to you in your respective homes is what cloud computing is all about. For being able to log in successfully to your own personal page or personal account, to updating and collecting payment from you, to giving you preferences of the kind of videos they recommend for you, without coming to your house, literally. The infrastructure that supports that kind of service is what cloud computing is all about. To break it in a more clear technical description is the definition you can see on your screen. That cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of compute power. Compute power refers to computational technologies. Database involves storage of where we keep files in more orderly or non-orderly format. Applications like the video communication software we are using right now and several other IT resources through cloud service platforms. AWS is a cloud service platform. A private organization is a cloud service, can have their own server personally, but they are delivering such service to you over the internet with pay-as-you-go model. That is what cloud computing is all about. Infrastructure as software is how cloud computing enables you to stop thinking of hardware as it is, but start thinking of hardware as a software. In cloud computing, basically, we want to think of hardware as software. In cloud computing, you want to simply turn every hardware you see around you into a software. And you can do this over multiple stages, from managing accounts, deploying applications, to monitoring systems, cybersecurity-wise, financial bank applications, and several others. Infrastructure as a software is IaaS, is what we term cloud computing as. The different ways in which cloud computing can be deployed is three major ways. Three major ways in which cloud computing can be deployed. Is either cloud computing is deployed on private cloud or what we call on-prem cloud. Private cloud or on-prem cloud, or it is deployed on public cloud or community cloud, or they are deploying on an hybrid cloud. Then I want to break these three down for you. What do we mean by private cloud, hybrid cloud, on-prem cloud? When we talk about private cloud, we talk about cloud deployment in which the organization hosts their own personal servers. This is the most common form of hosting servers before the 2000s. This is the most common form, from banks to tech organizations. All of these big enterprises have a personal department they call their IT department. This IT department is responsible for determining their server workloads, server allocations, server needs, all about information and networking. They have it all in-house, private. It is their personal one. They don't share it with anyone. It's more secured. But another word we use for it is called on-prem or like on-premises. Public cloud or community cloud is what an organization offers to organizations that cannot afford to manage their own personal servers. One of such or three top leaders in the industry offering a public cloud service is Amazon Web Service, which we'll be studying today. Another one is the Microsoft Azure, AZURE. Google has its own also. We call it Google Cloud Platform, GCP. The Google Cloud Platform is similar to Amazon Web Service, which is also similar to Microsoft Azure. Oracle and the likes, but these three are top.
Similar to Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Microsoft Azure, is Google Cloud Platform, GCP. These three collectively dominate the global cloud computing market.
Let's move on. When we talk about hybrid simply refers to when an organization has a portion of their work, on the public cloud and another portion of their work on their own personal cloud. They have a portion of their work on the public cloud, also have another portion of their work on their personal cloud. That is what we meant by the hybrid servers or hybrid cloud deployment. Let's move on. Advantages of cloud computing. Advantages of cloud computing are majorly hinged on six levels. Six advantages. Advantage number one is what we call trading fixed expense for variable expense. When you move into public cloud, especially, you are trading fixed expenses for variable expenses. Fixed expenses or variable expenses. What do I mean by this? In the past, most common approach of holding cloud servers is organizations have to determine what is their workload projection for a year. They look at their current infrastructure and say, oh, do we need more servers? Do we need to add more servers? Do we need to take down a server? This private action requires you to buy a lot of servers that you don't end up using, or you buy servers that you underuse. And the prices for these servers are fixed. So whether you are using it or not using it, you are paid. But when you come to public cloud system, you trade fixed expenses for variable expenses. Another very good advantage of cloud computing is going global in minutes. Another very good advantage of cloud computing is going global in minutes. What does this mean? Do you know that you can build a software and within a day or less, or hours or less than 1 hour, you can deploy your software offering. You can deploy your global service, your tool, your app that you just built to the ends of the earth, because cloud computing allows connection to your software via the internet. It is very easy for you to download updates of any app because your apps are being hosted on a server that is being made, that is connected to you through the internet. The apps you use are connected through the internet. They can make an update almost every single day if they want, and you will get that update within the shortest amount of time without disrupting what you are currently doing. Before, you cannot just go global in minutes, but public cloud services has made it easy for organizations to deploy into the global space within very few minutes. Opportunity to pay less for what you use compared to when you are paying more when you don't use it. You pay less. That's the meaning of massive economies of scale. Because of many people tapped into a particular resource, the cost of running that resource is being shared across multiple people. The cost of running that resource is shared across multiple people. Let's take, for example, if you are using a mobile phone, let's say you are using you personally, you have an iPhone 17, that's about 3 point something million. But what if they now give 10 people access to be using the same iPhone 17 simultaneously at the same time without disturbing each other? Each of them will not have to pay 3 million. Instead, they have to divide that 3 million divided by 13 people or 14 people. That brings down the cost tremendously. That is what we enjoy when we are using public cloud services. Another thing we do is we enjoy what is called stop guessing capacity. Many of the organizations predict their server usage, but they don't know that with public cloud services, you only pay for what you use. You don't pay for what you don't use. You only pay for what you use. You only pay for what you use. Stop guessing capacity. You don't have to over provision. You don't under provision. You pay for what you use. Increased speed and agility involve the approach whereby your computing software has opportunity to be run on higher and better infrastructure. Infrastructures that improve the latency, infrastructure that improves the delivery, infrastructure that supports what is called edge computing. Cost, security, reliability are three major things that public cloud service brings to us. Moving on. How do we interact with AWS? We interact with AWS via three approaches. You interact with AWS via what is called the AWS Management Console. You interact with AWS through another thing called the AWS Command Line Interface. And the third one is you interact with AWS through what is called the Software Development Kit. I'll be explaining this and breaking it down for us as we go on. But for now, understand that the only way you can interact with AWS is through the Amazon Management Console, the AWS Management Console, the AWS Command Line Interface, what we call the CLI, and the AWS SDKs, what we call the Software Development Kit. Guys, thank you so much. I can see some of us say they are hearing better. And also I have a feedback mechanism and I can hear myself clearly. So please, if we pay attention while the class is going on, remember you have access to the recording after. So let's pay attention and allow everybody to concentrate. Thank you. As we move on, let's now talk about AWS Global Infrastructure. AWS Global Infrastructure is the opportunity given to us by AWS to access this cloud computing service from anywhere in the world. I really want you to pay attention in understanding this global infrastructure. The global infrastructure gives us the opportunity to reduce latency. That's why AWS bring their services very close to different regions, to different places, to different regions. Number one on that list. Number one on that list is the regions. So when we talk about regions in AWS, what do we mean? When we talk about regions in AWS, what do we mean? An AWS region is a physical location in the world. So AWS has region, meaning that they have built their software in selected locations across the whole universe. I will be showing you a detailed map shortly, where you'll be seeing all the regions that AWS has across the world. Currently, they have 31 regions. Please note, a region is not a country. Please note, a region is not a country. Anytime you want to use AWS services, you need to choose a region. Oh, I'm in Nigeria, but I want to be running my software in the US. It is possible. It does not mean that because you are in Nigeria, you must run your software within Africa. Following your organizational policy, your country policy allows you to choose where you want to run your AWS applications, your AWS infrastructure. Note that under the region is what we have what is called the availability zones. Under the regions, we have what is called the availability zones. I want to see if I can draw some things for us here. Hold on 1 second. I want to draw some things for us to make this class more interactive. Sorry, being a teacher, I've loved to do this a lot. Not this one. Okay. Let me get this tool. Okay. Okay. I'm able to use that tool. Let's continue. In order to give you a more valid structure of the way of the way it looks like. But you will see it on a chart shortly. Inside the region, we have the availability zones. Everything you are doing in AWS is sitting in an availability zone that is built inside a region. Availability zones consist of one or more discrete data centers. Availability zones consist of one or more discrete data centers with redundant power, networking, and connectivity, housed in separate facilities. Presently, Amazon has over 99 availability zones within the 31 regions. We will be seeing it in a chart shortly now. Between now and the next class, this is your first reading task. Between now and the next class, this is your first reading task. If you go to your LMS, this particular slide is right there. Your first reading task is to visit the AWS page and learn more about the features of global infrastructure. When we talk about the global infrastructure, they offer us three main features. The first feature in the global infrastructure, is called elasticity and scalability. The second feature is called fault tolerance. The third feature is called high availability. I will be looking out to hear from you on your Telegram group and also during the class about what is the major differences when we say something is elastic, the global infrastructure is elastic or it is scalable. Also to understand the key meaning of fault tolerance, redundancy, and also high availability. Understanding this key feature in AWS infrastructure will help you very much in going far. Now, let's take a video look into AWS global infrastructure. I've told you what to read, but before we go further, I want to show you the global infrastructure as an image. That will lead me to share my screen again, another page on my screen. So this is the website I ask everyone to visit, the AWS Global Infrastructure. I can put it in the chat for you to make it easier for you to navigate. I love to make class easier for students. So yes, here is AWS Global Infrastructure. You need to learn a little bit more. We will be creating accounts today for those that are, because you cannot do this class without an account. So before we get there, let's get into the global infrastructure. I just put the link in the chat. Now let's go back. The AWS global infrastructure presents us with about 9 regions, which you can see right here. These are the geographic regions. There are 9 in number, and there are 31 edge locations. The regions include AWS Government Cloud, US East, AWS Government Cloud, US West, Canada is Central, Canada West is another one, Mexico Central, US West, US East, and another US East. I can go ahead and spin the word around and see many more. These geographic regions are inside the North America. This is not all the old regions, but these 9 regions are only inside North America. In South America, there are 2 regions. In Europe, there are 9 regions. Middle East, there are 4 regions. And while in Africa, there's only 1 region, which is in South Africa, Cape Town. This South Africa, Cape Town, was launched in 2020, and it has 3 availability zones. Availability zones, again, are like the data centers, where Amazon infrastructure are being built. That is what you are interacting with from your computer. Whatever you are interacting with is sitting in an availability zone. Note that Amazon availability zones are built to be redundant, meaning that availability zone 1 does not depend on 2, does not depend on 3. They are all separated. They are all on their own networks, and they can fully function independent of each other. They are built for redundancy, high availability, scalability, and elasticity. Apart from Africa, we also have in Asia about 13 regions, and we also have another 3 regions in the Australia and New Zealand. These are different continents or different parts of the world in which they have different regions. Again, each region has multiple availability zones. If you scroll down and you look into maybe, let's say, the US East, which is, this US East is one of the places I mostly launch my applications. The US East has 6 availability zones. It seems to be the second oldest, and it was launched in 2006. This availability zone is labeled as US East 1, A, B, C, D, E, and F. That is how they label availability zones in Amazon. US is 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F. These are the labelings just to show you that there are 6 availability zones in US East. US East is the region. 1A, availability zone 1, 1B, 2, 1C, 3, 1D, 4, 1E, 5, and 1F, 6. This is how they show it. Please note that when you see an empty dot, it shows that Amazon is already thinking of building another region in that area. I know some areas around the world, as for instance, some of these locations, you can see they are hoping to launch another one in Beijing shortly. They'll be launching another one in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This are the Middle East. You can see these are potential ones coming. The sovereign cloud in the Europe. Why not? No plan yet for Africa apart from the one in Cape Town. You can see they have another one planned here in the South America. These are all showing you potential ones. And this is where I've currently highlighted the US East, which is where most of the organizations related to Nigeria or the likes launch their applications. This is about Amazon global infrastructure. Before we go creating our own personal accounts, there is always a lesson you must learn about AWS before you go ahead to create an account. And that lesson is the next thing we want to learn in our slide. And it's called the identity and access management. Identity and access management. Most people say it is IAM. No, it's not IAM. It is IAM. That is the technical way in which we pronounce it. It is not IAM. It is IAM. Amazon Identity and Access Management. Before we go forward, I want to look into the chart and see if there's any major question I can answer and move forward from there. Okay, I'm seeing some questions. I'm not yet seeing any question related to what I'm teaching. So if I check, and I see some of you are already answering each other. Thank you for doing that. It's very good. But much more, please pay attention to what I am also teaching. You said, what is the answer? Which question? I don't see the question. Olayiwola, I can't see the question you are asked. Oh, question in attendance does not necessarily mean anything. The question is, do you have something you want to ask us? If you don't have anything, you can leave it blank. Our classes last for average of 90 minutes and a maximum of 150 minutes. Classes will last for average of 90 minutes at least. 90 minutes at least, or a maximum of 150 minutes. 90 minutes is 1.5 hours. 150 minutes is 2.5 hours maximum. Today, we'll just be spending 90 minutes. We have about 40 more minutes to go, and I hope you will. Okay. I hope that makes sense. What if you already have an account, Babatunde? That's good. You don't have to bother. I'm only going to do this for people that don't have an account. If you share the attendance after it has closed, you won't be able to sign in because it always has something inside. I'm trying to answer the questions that are in the chat box that needs an urgent answer. Alarakpe Rahman, very good questions. The zones, availability zones, just to correct that, the availability zones, they are physical buildings. You cannot just get access to them. They are physical places. They are like literally like a school, but it's not a school, it's like a data center with many buildings. everybody's learning and following along. Still looking at questions? Please, IAM again. I don't understand. Good luck. I don't understand what you mean. What's the full meaning of AWS? Amazon Web Services. Francis, it means Amazon Web Services. I have 3 more minutes to answer questions, then I will go back. As you can see from AWS themselves, there is no edge location. Yes, there is edge location in Lagos. Edge location is different from regions. Emeka, Egweke, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Edge location is different from regions. Edge locations are temporary outposts. I hope you understand what I'm saying. They are just temporary outposts with the goal of delivering low latency power from Amazon. They are not majorly a region. An edge location is not a region. They are just positions that AWS has located around the world to improve or optimize their network for low latency content delivery, ensuring that data can reach their users swiftly. Emeka, I hope that answers your question. I will also put an answer for you in the chat for those that also have similar question regarding edge location. Edge location is not a region. I hope you see that. I'm trying to ensure I answer as much as question regarding this so that we can move forward. Yes. What is the difference between data centers and availability zones? Very good question. Remember, I said something about availability zones. An availability zone consists of one or more data centers. Justin Oshege. An availability zone consists of one or more data centers. So a data center can be an availability zone or a part of an availability zone. I hope that answers your question, Justin Oshege. Yes, Salisu, very good question. For an availability zone to be an availability zone, it must be in a region, and every region is in a country. So let's take, for instance, the availability zone that is in the region that is in Cape Town. It has 3 availability zones. Those 3 availability zones represent different data centers owned by AWS in Cape Town. Does not mean they are all inside Cape Town, but they are all the network that is called the region of Cape Town. And there are 3 availability zones. Does not mean 3 data centers. Literally, they have more than 3 data centers in South Africa, but all of them are called the region, Cape Town region. And they are all the 3 availability zones are attached to that region called Cape Town. I hope Salisu understands what I'm trying to explain. Thank you. Thank you for your questions. I really love these technical questions. It makes me know that you are following. What accounts are we creating, Akim? You'll be creating your personal account to use during classes, because the best way to learn cloud engineering is by doing cloud engineering. So you will be creating an AWS account. What are the benefits of regions? To you as an individual, Damilola, there is no major benefits of regions. For infrastructure-wise and enterprise coordination-wise, Amazon has regions. So regions are not majorly your own border. However, availability zones are your border. When you are building an application in AWS, you want to follow the company's policy and country's policy. I will put it here. In choosing AZ, you need to align with your company policy and country data privacy and policies. There are some countries you cannot build your infrastructure outside of their country. So sometimes you only get to stay within that country and keep it. Okay, are we focusing on AWS? Oluwasegun, yes, we'll be focusing on AWS. The next part of the class starts exactly at 7 o'clock. So I have 3 more minutes. I'm answering questions for the next 3 minutes, then we start it. Jamu, the PDF will be inside your LMS. For those that are having issues with audio, I think it's your network. I really do think it's your network. Ever since we started, I believe it's your network. But I think it's getting better. James Odedia, I've answered your questions. Regions are not zones. Please note that any WhatsApp chat you create is not for us. It is managed among you as students. It is not for us. Nobody from School Tech will be in WhatsApp groups. We only have the Telegram channel where you will have me and other managers, program managers will be in that chat with you. WhatsApp chat is not being handled by us. Please keep that to heart. A Telegram group has been created, and currently I'm looking at the dashboard for the Telegram group. I believe I'm looking at the Telegram group right now. I'm opening it up, and I can see that we have about 1,531 people there. If you are not on that Telegram group, look at any of our past emails that we have sent to you. You will see the link. And our admin also have asked some questions on this Telegram group. Please make sure you are following up. The group has been muted, so please ensure that you have a stronger network to allow you enjoy this. Thank you so much. I see some questions are also being answered by fellow students. Thank you. Okay, that's fine. 1 more minute. I think I've answered every question. Again, we are letting you know that only Telegram is for communication. We are not licensing any WhatsApp group. You want to ask questions, you want to interact with us, please visit our Telegram group. The Telegram group is available for everyone. The Telegram group is available for everyone. Three more questions I saw, and I'll stop there. Thank you, admin, for showing it to me. You are asking how AWA handles security and compliance. We will get there shortly in identity and access management. How do you recommend we get connected with an IAM account? You don't have an IAM account. So allow me to treat IAM so that you can really understand that part. Umar Farouk, you say, what does it imply when you choose a specific region to deploy your software application? Is there any particular significance and difference? Yes, there is. It's all about compliance and organizational policy. It's all about compliance and organizational policy. Latency is also a factor to choose. Latency is also a factor to choose when choosing regions and availability zones for your work. Thank you. Now we can proceed into the next part of this class. Please, I hope you can see my screen. Oh, and stop sharing again. Sanusi, how would you explain the difference between IaaS, PaaS, SaaS to a non-technical person, and also ERP and SAP? Sanusi, thank you for your question, but it's outside of this. For you to know it, you understand it, and it's outside the scope of this class. At the time, we will teach you the meaning of infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. But currently, we're introducing you to cloud. Thank you, Sanusi, for that. But for you to ask it, you know it. So let's continue our class. Thank you, everyone. Now we are back to IAM. Identity and access management. Security and privacy is the hallmark in AWS. Security and privacy is hallmark in AWS. Again, AWS stands for Amazon Web Service. Again, AWS stands for Amazon Web Service. Again, AWS stands for Amazon Web Service. Amazon Web Service prioritize security and privacy. Before you go ahead to creating an account in AWS, whether for your personal use or for the purpose of this training, the information you'll be hearing for the next 20 to 30 minutes are very important. Are very important. The information you'll be hearing in the next 30 minutes are extremely important. Let's go ahead. IAM, Identity and Access Management, is the only way you control who does what. IAM is the service within AWS that allows you to control who does what or who has access to what. There is a who and what relationship in IAM. Controlling access to services and how each services access other services within AWS is very important. The identity and access management is a security service. Please note that IAM is a security service offered by AWS, which allows you and I as users to manage user-level access to AWS services and resources securely. You can create and manage AWS IAM users and groups to allow and deny access. To allow and to deny access. Okay, I think I was hearing something. To allow and to deny access to AWS resources. IAM is also a global service. So 3 major things you need to know about IAM. Number 1, it is a security service. Number 2, it is a global service. Number 3, it is how you control access. It is how you control access. IAM, number 1, is a security service. Number 2, it is a global service. Number 3, it is how you control access. It is all about access management and identity verification. When you create an AWS account, the account you create is called a root account. When you create an AWS account, like you open a Facebook account, a LinkedIn account, that account is referred to technically as a root account. Best practice is never use your root account regularly and never share your root account. With root account, they get access to everything that is in your account, whether it is multi-level user, multi-organization usage. Never share your root access with anybody. It is always safe to even create another level called the IAM admin user to use, rather than logging in through your root account every time. We will be seeing this shortly. What are the 4 major components of IAM service? The 4 major components of IAM service includes user. Number 2, groups. Number 3, roles. Number 4, policies. Again, the four major components in the IAM service are users, groups, roles, and policy. We will be examining each of them. What do we mean by users? Users in your account refers to the entity that interacts with your AWS services through your account. Users are entities, people, please note the word, people that have access to your AWS account and services. I said when you create account, the first account you create when you open an AWS account is called a root account. That root account is managed or controlled by what is called a root user, ROOT, a root user. The root user is the first user that you use when creating your AWS account for the first time. This user has limitless opportunity. This user has limitless opportunity. The root user has limitless opportunity. You don't want to give anybody your access to your root user. Please, again, watch out. Don't give access to your root user to just anybody. Even in this class, we will encourage you to share accounts, but never share your root account with anybody. I'm saying it for emphasis sake. Let's continue. IAM user is an entity that you create. The IAM user is the entity created that interacts with your AWS. It represents people, or it represents person that interacts with your AWS. The IAM user represents entity, people that interact with your AWS. IAM user is the entity that interacts with your AWS. Basically, you will create a user for every person and every individual that you want to use your AWS account. When you are doing that, you can make it limitless. That is, open your own account to the user, like the admin user, or limit it to specific services. E.g., if you want your accountant to have access to your AWS account, you only need to give the accountant access to billing services, not to your compute services. That is the power of IAM. You can limit somebody because within your AWS, there are limitless services. Somebody can turn on your EC2 that is running on, let's say, M5, and turn it off for 24 hours. And that's how you get broke suddenly, because you pay as you use. Whether it is serving you or not, once you turn it on, AWS begin to charge you. You don't want to give everybody access to your account unless they have technical knowledge of what to do within your AWS. Finally, users can stand alone and users can be in a group. That's the meaning of the last line. Users can stand alone, users can be in a group, or a user can be in multiple groups. We will understand group shortly, but note this about users. A user can stand alone, a user can be in a group, and a user can be in multiple groups. So what are these things I call groups? Groups is the way in which you build an organizational infrastructural access. Your organization infrastructure access must be built with groups in mind. What do we mean by building with groups in mind? It means what you are building in AWS, you are creating a multi-level access for it. Multi-level access comes in the part that you ensure that everybody getting access to your account are in a particular structure. They are in a particular structure. What do we mean by this structure? And that's what I want to bring to you. If you look at this part, I hope you can see my cursor. Look at my cursor. Let's say let me use somebody in the chat. Let me look for somebody's name in the chat. It's time to be more realistic, more person. Somebody who has been following me. Somebody said I'm not sharing my slide. You can't hear me. What happened again? People can hear me. If you cannot hear me, please refresh. Move to a better place. Your chat distracts me, so I don't look at it every day. I've switched off from it completely. Okay, I'm just looking for somebody's name now. My network is fine, Gloria. Please check out your network also. I'm using one of the best services here. And the recording will be available on your LMS. So watch out for that also. Okay, okay, people are even giving me their name. See, yes, people are hearing me. Armstrong. Okay, let me use Armstrong. Can it go? Yes, I will break it down for you, Franco. Just hold on for me. Yes, I'm back to my screen. Can you see my screen? See, guys, I'm using two devices. One device is monitoring what you can see as a student. There's also one device I'm using as an instructor. So I'm so sure you can see me, and I'm so sure you can hear me. I'm so sure you can see me, and I'm so sure you can hear me. Let me go back because I'm testing it, and I'm sure you can see. Now look at this part. Let's assume Abu Kadri. Is that the name? Abu Rahim. Abu Rahim opens a company, and his company needs an AWS account. Abdul Rahim's company is called Rahim Suit. Let's just say Abdul Rahim company is called Rahim Suit. Abu Rahim has 30 employees. 30 employees, 30 employees. In the 30 employees, he has 3 people that are like top managers. One for the IT, one for the finance, and one person that is in, making 3 top level managers. Himself, one person overseeing the IT infrastructure, and one person overseeing the finance. Those 3 people are like admins. So we can call those 3 people admins or top level managers or any name we want to call them, or executives. You can see now inside admins here, I have Kim and Ted, meaning that these people have high level access to the whole infrastructure. Now, okay, I'll use 3 people as his top admin. So Abdurrahim has 3 people. Number 1 person is Emeka. Number 2 person is Joshua, and number 3 person is Olajide. Now, Olajide is in charge of the information technology. In his IT infrastructure, he has developers, he has testers, all of them form the IT team. But Olajide is the top man. So we create another group, and we call that group developers or IT. And in that IT, we have the 4 people. Remember, Olajide is an admin. Olajide is also a developer. Now, in the finance, we have Emeka. Emeka is the top finance guy, and he has 2 people helping him with billings and with some recording. We also create a group for them. Grouping is the way you bring people that have similar functions, or you want to give them similar level of access, similar functions, and similar level of access. Note, similar functions and similar level of access. A group is a collection of IAM users. You create the user and you give them function. Please note that. You use groups to get rid of assigning specific set of instructions to individuals. Okay, all of you have the same function. All of you come together. I assign the function to all of you. Oh, all of you need a particular access. I assign all of you together, give you a particular access. By default, when you create an AWS account, there are no groups. You must intentionally create the group. Don't worry, on Thursday, we'll be doing all of this together. Today is theory class. Thursday, be ready with good internet. We'll be doing all of this together. Groups contain only users. Groups contains only users. A group cannot contain another group. Like I said, a user does not necessarily need to be in a group, but every group needs to have at least one user. When you create a group, you need to add at least one user, but not all users need to be in a group. Also, one user can be in 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. We will be seeing this demonstration on Thursday. Policies, which is the third leg of the main session in IAM. Policies are associated with users, groups, and roles. Policies are permissions and control access to AWS resources. Policies are permissions. They are control access to AWS resources. We give policies just to ensure that there is compliance within our infrastructure. We give policies to ensure compliance within our infrastructure. We give policies to ensure compliance within an infrastructure. Are we together? Good, thank God. Let's move on. The other thing is, when you create users, group, and roles, they don't have their own policy. You need to set policy for each of them. You need to set policy for each of them during creation. You need to set policies for each of them during creation. Moving on. A policy is a JSON document. What we call a JSON, JSON, JavaScript-oriented notation, with information about permissions, such as who can access AWS resource. Number 2, which resource is allowed. Number 3, what action. Then there are 2 actions you can do in AWS. You can either allow or deny. Allow or deny. These are the 2 permissions that is available in an AWS account. You can either allow or deny. In AWS, you must follow the principle of least privilege. Don't give more permissions than a user need. Don't give more permission than a user need. There is something called an inline policy. Inline policy now is when you attach policy to a group or a user or a role. Inline policies maintain a strict one-to-one relationship between policy and identity. Policy is the set of rules and control access. Identity can be person, can be a user, or can be a role. Identity can be a person or can be a service. Please note, identity can be a person and can be a role. They are deleted when you delete the identity. A policy is deleted immediately you delete the identity, a user or a role. The type of IAM policies. There are 2 major types of IAM policies. There's identity-based policies and there are resources-based policies. Like I said, we are teaching you this before we create an account. By Thursday, we will be doing an account creation together. And I want everyone to be ready on their computers. I want you to be ready to do this hands-on with me, because it's best to learn and practice simultaneously. Or go back to the video after Thursday to watch how it is being done. Identity-based policy Are policies we give to users or roles. Their identity given to users or roles. What does it do? It defines what resources does a user or a role have access to. User A is allowed to talk to S3 buckets. User B is not allowed to, is denied to talk to S3 buckets. Two actions a policy does is either it allows or it denies. Either it allows or it denies. Resource-based policy is the policy given to some services to be or resources. We say, okay, this resource, this is the allowed policy or this is the denied policy for a resource. These policies are attached to specific resources to define how they can interact with other resources, meaning service to service communication or service to service engagement. Policies, permissions must be created for it. For instance, if you want EC2 to interact with an S3, don't worry, you will understand this in coming weeks. EC2, S3, we understand them in coming weeks. Once we understand EC2 to S3 communication, in coming weeks, we will be able to interact and learn more of how we set these policies and permissions. Also, it is important for you to understand that there are three more types of policies that we will not cover in this class. Number one is called organizational service control policies, access control list. We'll do a little bit of access control list, but not so much as a capital subject. Then we'll also talk about session policies. This is an example of IAM policy. An IAM policy consists of the version, it consists of an ID, and it consists of the statement. The statement is how you get into the policy. The statement is the real policy, is where we define the do's and the don'ts of the policy. Is where we define the do's and the don'ts of the policy. Is where we define the do's and the don'ts of the policy. The statements. So what are the statements? Number one, you define the resource, the principal. The principal is the user. Principal is the user. Action is what to do. Resource is where is it going to. In this case, this is a root user. Look at the end there. This is a root user. The action is either allowed or denied. This action means get object in an S3 bucket. This action means put object into an S3 bucket. There's difference between get object, put object. Resource, it means the resource is what should I have access to. This is a bucket inside S3. And this means when you see this star sign after a resource, it means everything that is a subdirectory or subfolder inside or sub material or sub any lower level inside the resource. We group all of them together with this star sign behind the resource. So if you want the access to the whole S3 or a particular bucket, you put it like this. But if you don't want it to be open to the whole bucket, you don't put the asterisk sign. Please note that actions is only allowed or denied. IAM password policy. When you set password for people in your organization, it is best to ensure some patterns, e.g. rotation. Let's say, for instance, in my own organization, after every 365 days, you must change your password, meaning that your password expires. Like many of us don't know that we need to be changing password regularly. If you have not changed your Google password in the last 3 years, you are wrong. Go and start from there today. If you've not changed your phone password in the last 2 years, you are wrong. Go and change it today. It is a good tech attitude that everybody in the tech space must cultivate. The display and what I'm explaining is the same. In AWS, you can set up policies such as minimum length and character you want to be involved. Multi-factor authentication using apps on your phone or buying ad devices for multi-factor authentication is strongly encouraged. AWS strongly encourages multi-factor authentication. Roles. Roles is a set of permission to access AWS service. Think of roles as permissions, not for a user, but for AWS services. So if I want AWS service to interact with another AWS service, what I want to create is roles. I'm not creating a user. When an AWS resource needs access to other AWS resources, you don't create a user, we create roles. An IAM role behaves similarly as an IAM user that defines what is allowed and what is denied. This is how we can interact with our AWS one more time. Again, through your management console, which must be protected by password and MFAs, command line interfaces, and software development kits. These are access, and we'll be demonstrating some of them during class. The CLI will be demonstrated to a level, and the management console also demonstrated to a level. That is where we'll be stopping this class for today. The rest is all about access, which is the demonstration we will be doing on Thursday. Again, I want to encourage you to come here on Thursday prepared to demonstrate alongside, ask questions. Asking questions is the best way to learn. Oluwasegun says I should re-explain rule. Because my time is up, I will re-explain it on Thursday when I'm doing a demonstration for it. Abdul Rahim, thank you. Yes, Elijah, to your question, yes. Resource-based policy. Okay, let me explain resource-based policy for somebody's asking that. Chi Naza, I want to use the example of your mobile phone. On your phone, let me assume you have these two mobile apps. Number one app is let's say you have your banking app. Your banking app. Do you know that, okay, everybody, let me ask. Do you know when you want to download your some apps, they will tell you to give it access. Oh, allow this time, allow only this time. I don't know who remembers that. Allow this time, allow every time. Who remembers that? Good, Chinaza. That is resource-based policy. You are only so when you allow it once, it is limited. When you say allow every time, it is endless. That is an example of a resource-based policy, whereby a software on your computer, an app on your computer, can do something without permission always. That is a very good example. Yes, you can. Yes, we do role-based authentication also. Yes, we do role-based authentication also. I remember one time while leading a class in Udacity, we really had, when we were doing something about serverless, we really had where we needed to move out of AWS. We authenticated our serverless login on AWS before the serverless is able to build inside AWS. So that's a very good question also. I'll take 3 more minutes to answer questions, then we'll go. There is no more attendance today, Aliyu. Remember, you can only send attendance in the first 30 minutes of this class. The slide is already on your LMS. If you log into your learning portal, you will see the slides. You can create an AWS account on your phone or computer anywhere in the world. I'm so sorry, Bulu Atife. The attendance was available in the first 30 minutes of the class. Please log in early so that you can see it next time. Thursday is the next class. If you cannot access your LMS, please use the form that is inside the Telegram group. There is a poll inside the Telegram group. Go to the Telegram group, answer the poll. We'll open the Telegram group for further interactions in the near future. Yes, Abiola, let us wait till Thursday so that I can explain how you can get around card. You cannot open an AWS account without a card. $1 less, that's just to be sure you are real. The reason is because when we start, you might go beyond using the free usage and go and use something you're supposed not to use. AWS does not joke with money. AWS does not joke with money. You cannot create an account without a card. And that's why it's best for you to wait for me to show you how to create, and don't do anything I don't ask you to do. Because if you go and launch a service that AWS does not make free, you will be paid, debited. That's why they need your card on file for you to create an account. John, my network will remain strong. Try to get a better network too. Somebody asked a question about does web developers need cloud engineering? Yes, you can build better, faster on the cloud. Abdul Kohim. In fact, our LMS is sitting on a cloud. We built it in-house. You are not paying, so AWS will not charge you money to start an account. You only need something on file, and they need to authenticate the card when you start. So they are not charging you. Please note that. We are not going into Azure, Ishmael. We are only strictly on AWS. Thank you, Jamie, for the kind words. Mohammed, that's scary. You were in class and you miss it. Sorry. Yes, the class is supposed to be 6 to 9. I already told you. The minimum we'll always be doing is 90 minutes. We can go as high as 3 hours, but today we are strict on 90 minutes. LMS means Learning Management System. Imisi, you said you cannot find the PDF on the LMS. I will encourage you to log in again later today and refresh. It should be there, and make sure it was there before the start of the class. So once you can see week 1, if you can see week 1 on your LMS, you should see the PDF. I'm still trying to answer 1 or 2 more questions. MasterCard, Visa card. My 2 devices are speaking into each other. MasterCard and Visa card. Oh, that was not bad. Okay, I think this is better. MasterCard and Visa card worked. I'm not sure of OPay card. You cannot find it. I'm sure MasterCard works better. MasterCard works better. Okay, I think we're very good on answering questions. Omaye, yes, we'll pay. When you use services that are not free, you will pay. So be careful not to use services that require payment. 6 o'clock on Tuesdays. Please note that Saturday's class are currently on hold. For the next 1 month, we will be focused on only Tuesdays and Thursday class. Saturday classes are meant for your personal time to devote. That's what we are using it for, because we need you to practice as we go. Abdurazak Jimon, I didn't see your question. I only see I have a question. I'm not sure. Maybe you created an Amazon shopping portal. If it doesn't ask you for a card, Mustafa, we are looking into getting everybody into the portal. Just hold on for us. If you are not getting it, you should be getting it before the end of this week. Ikman, 6 to 9 is boring. It's boring. Moshood, I didn't see your question. I'm sorry. If you can type it again, I will take it. Like I said, every class, every access to LMS is being worked on. If you have not seen it, please check it out. Bola Michael, thank you for that question. We will be looking into it. 6 p.m. on Thursday. On my end. Okay, yeah, that's why we are not doing all the 3 hours on my end. We're only doing 1.5 hours for now. Imisi says she cannot see week 1. So go into my classroom if you're on the portal. So I want you to know that I also can log in as a student. And definitely, if you cannot see it, I will be working with the team to ensure everybody get access to this today. Okay, go back to my dashboard. I hope everybody has. I'm still looking for any other top questions I can answer. We are on Telegram. Don't worry, we will collect more. Your LMS is not showing courses. Give it the next 4 hours. We shall join class 1 button is not clickable. Don't worry. We will be looking at every issues. Please don't be in data. This is cloud engineering classroom. Is there application for school.io? No, Ibrahim, we don't have an application yet. Oh, I see a screenshot. He said, is this the screenshot? Hi, Adeleke, it's an awesome day to learn something. Yes, that's the screenshot. You should be able to see everything right there. I'm looking for any other question. We're almost done, guys. We are done. I'm just asking questions and we'll be closing in any time. What I need to know is that this cloud computing is app development or web development. Abubakar is both. It's everything beyond these two. So this two is the least problem in the cloud. Which account are we instructed to open? Creating an AWS account. Okay. Abdul Aziz, I can't see your observation. I'm sorry. So many questions. Do you need cloud engineering in finance and banking industry? It can give you an edge over others. Abdulaziz, it's about prayer time, right? And I cannot take that alone. We need to take that up with the sponsors. And I'm sure our time was communicated with all of them. I see all of you. I see 70 people raise hands. You cannot speak. You can only type. I'm sorry. Go inside the question and answer and put a direct question there. It's easier for me to read. If you put it inside the question and answer tab, it's easier for me to read. We're not running free services on AWS. You also have access to close the service when it's done running. Yes, it's best to always close services. Atima Ismail, what is S3 bucket? You will learn it when we get there, George. Where can I work as a cloud engineer? Many places. Every organization is transitioning to cloud. Cloud engineering is the job of the future. What if the fund balance on the bank MasterCard is low compared to how much I'll be charged? It will not work. Now, if you don't have money in the card, you need to put at least the minimum in the card. Will this training be enough to get a job? It has done for people in the past. It can do for you if you put in more effort than in bare minimum. That's Shakiru. Zion, I don't have control over the time for the class. So if you cannot see week 1, I promise you I'll be working with the tech team on this and ensure that everybody can see week 1 within the nearest couple of hours. There is SQL inside the cloud. So if you want to be a data, so People that are interested in data engineering needs what is called cloud computing skills. If you want to be a data engineer, you need cloud computing skills. Yes, this person asks this question a lot. I'll be guiding you on how to create an account in AWS on Thursday. We are not doing Azure. Database administrators are gradually fading out because of the role of data engineers in the cloud. How? You said the terminologies are much. That's why you have the video to please check back. Every beginner here needs to have a personal note where you read and do more diligent study. I'll be providing links, extra links to learn more about everything I teach. This is because you need extra knowledge. If you're a beginner in the tech space, you need to do better than barest minimum. Please note this. You need to spend more time. That will be all for question and answers. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be more questions. If we can answer everything today, we'll be answering them on Telegram. And there are so many questions, I know, but I will try as much as possible to put answers out on Telegram. We'll meet on Thursday. Thank you, everyone, for coming, and enjoy the rest of your evening. I think I'm fine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye. Everyone. Bye bye. Waiting for you to leave. I'll be leaving right now. Thank you. See you on Thursday. Bye, everyone. Bye.